Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Duane, and this week we're focused on brains and brawn as we come face to face with the world's ultimate strongman, who saw off competition from 11 other men of muscle competing for the title in the UAE. His nickname is Thor, and you might also recognize him for playing the Mountain in the television series Game of Thrones. And he has this message for his fans.
I strongly advise you to watch this program.
You don't want to miss that interview. But before then, to power of a different kind, and Salim Essaid headed to Manama, and he hit the open road with a dozen rowdy riders who call themselves the Bahrain Bikers.
The wind blowing against your face, the smell of gasoline in the air, the loud hum of your bike. This is how bikers describe riding the open road at 100 kilometers an hour. The feeling of escapism is shared by the 31 members of the Bahrain Bikers, who once a week get together to get away from it all. The group is mostly made up of men in their mid-40s, from bank executives and private business owners, but riders as young as 19 and retirees in their 60s also join the excursions. Sayyid Ibrahim, an engineer and father of 4, says the group has been there for him through thick and thin since its inception in 2012.
We are a biker heart, honestly. Whenever we have any issue, any support, any helps, they are ready to do so.
Sayyid owns a 2010 Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic worth about $27,000 and rides with his comrades about 4 times a week. But motorcycling in Bahrain has its challenges, such as temperatures that can reach around 40 degrees Celsius in the summer.
You are sitting on a hot engine, by itself a challenge. So to ride in such weather, hot, humid, but because we love ride, we love our bikes, that's why sometimes we are ignoring the ambient temperature.
Another issue is the driving culture in the region, with some motorists displaying an inconsiderate attitude towards motorcyclists. And according to the World Bank, for every 100,000 people in the MENA region, which has a population of over 425 million, approximately 20 were killed in road accidents in 2015. That compares to 4 times the amount of those in countries of the EU, with a population of about 500 million that same year. According to the same report, Bahrain has one of the lowest road accident death rates in the region, and Sayyid, who is a certified road captain, coaches a group of bikers on the highway code and rules of the road before embarking on their weekly trips. The Bahrain Bikers also founded the Regional Bikers Network 6 years ago, and this year, 21 motorcycling groups from countries including Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Jordan gathered in Manama with the goal of raising safe driving practices and, of course, exploring new places. They've also taken the show on the road, seeking out like-minded groups from other countries like the Dragon Bikers from Kuwait and the Muscat Bikers of Oman. Back in 2015, the tour went as far as the United States, and a group of around 10 enthusiasts cruised for about 4,000 kilometers over 11 days, from Oregon to the Grand Canyon in Arizona. The trip was arranged by the only female full member of the group. Anne El-Zayani, originally from Oregon, has been married to a Bahraini man and living in the country since 1989. The mother of 4 has been cruising with the Bahrain Bikers for about 6 years on a limited edition Harley-Davidson, which she had shipped all the way from the US.
I get a lot of comments of, it's really neat that your husband allows you to do that, because that's kind of the culture here. In my situation, it's a little bit different. The guys are incredibly respectful of me as a woman. They think it's really awesome that I ride. On the other hand, they probably wouldn't let their wives or their daughters ride a motorcycle, so it's kind of a two-sided coin there.
She says the Bahrain Bikers are her family, and they call her Nasser, or the mother of Nasser. For Anne, gender doesn't affect a person's ability or desire to ride a 335-kilogram motorbike.
It's a man's thing, you know, but it's not really, because there are a lot of women who ride motorcycles.
And despite knowing around 20 other Bahraini-based women who share her passion for biking, Anne says that for now, she prefers to saddle up and ride along the road less traveled with her biker brothers.
In an extraordinary display of physical prowess and mental strength, Iceland's Hafthor Bjornsson was crowned the world's ultimate strongman. He was taking part in the inaugural Beasts in the Middle East Championship, and he saw off long-term rivals to scoop prize money of $75,000.
Powerful,
pumped and prepared mentally for battle. International athletes gathered in the UAE to try and scoop the biggest prize money in the strongman sport. Consulting at the event was Britain's Eddie Hall, who claimed the world's strongest man title last year and became a world record holder for deadlifting 500 kilograms in 2016. It was an impressive feat, but one that took a serious physical toll.
I woke up in a massive pool of blood. I had blood coming out my nose, the tear ducts, my ears. I couldn't see. I lost my vision for a few hours.
In the world of strongman events, rivalry is commonplace, and Eddie has long gone head-to-head with a certain Icelandic athlete.
You know, I respect that he's a great strongman. I respect that he won the world's strongest man. It's just that's not replicated back sometimes.
In front of an estimated 10,000 spectators, the so-called beasts pulled 30-ton trucks, performed yoke walks, silver dollar deadlifts, and grappled with Atlas stones. Thor proved to be the man of the moment at the WUS Championship in Dubai, claiming the world's ultimate strongman title and making light work of the competition. The 29-year-old started out as a basketball player before turning to strength athletics and becoming the strongest man in Iceland in 2010. Countless other titles followed in the years after that, but 2018 has arguably been a standout, as he became the only athlete to be crowned the world's strongest man, winner of the Arnold Strongman Classic, and Europe's strongest man. In a parallel career, Thor made his acting debut as Gregor Clegane, aka the Mountain in Game of Thrones, a series which enters its final season next year. Standing tall at 6'9" and weighing in at 200 kilograms, just ahead of the WUS Championship, he took time out of his training schedule to speak to Inspire. Thor, a very warm welcome to Inspire Middle East.
Thank you so much. It's just a pleasure to be here.
How does this competition compare to other strongman summits that you compete in around the world?
They're all quite similar when it comes to strength. It's going to be heavy, it's going to be hard, it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be a good fight between the best strength athletes in the world.
In terms of your training and how you stay in shape, your body is your brand, so to keep in peak condition, what kind of routine do you follow?
Everything is on the clock, and I eat every 2.5 hours. I prepare my meals myself, and every day is just I'm constantly working, you know. There's no real time off. If you want to be the best in anything, whatever it is, if you want to be the best, you have to put in the work.
Can you put a rumor to bed for me? Is it true that you eat steak and rice 6 times a day?
That is true. With some carrots and peppers, and I put chicken stock on it as well.
You are currently the world's strongest man. You've also won countless other titles, Europe's strongest man 4 times and Iceland's strongest man 8 times. What's left to achieve?
I want to try to become the strongest man who ever walked the earth. I want to win more titles. Then after that, I might focus more on TV. So far, it's been working very well for me. I've been able to win the biggest shows in the world, and I'm very honored to be a part of, obviously, Game of Thrones, and to be able to be the world's strongest man.
You've played the Mountain in Game of Thrones since 2013, but you took on the role with no previous acting experience. How did you make that leap?
When I got the part, I was obviously very nervous. I mean, I think anyone would be if you wouldn't have any acting experience, being a part of such a big show. One of my first actually scene I was filming was the big fighting scene against the Red Viper, one of the biggest fighting scenes since people talk about, you know, they talk about this as the best fight scene television I've ever seen, you know. Seeing all the cameras, all the lights, and all the people there, and I was nervous. I remember that, I was very nervous.
But from sword fighting to eye gouging, are you ever wary of what the script writers are asking you to do?
Not really worried, more like excited. I'm excited, you know, to see what's next for me. I remember when I had to do that part, I was like, this is a little bit crazy. To have to squeeze someone's eyes out, even though it wasn't a human, I did it too. Even it felt very real though, so it was a kind of weird moment, you know. Having a lot of cameras and you're there like squeezing someone's eyeballs out, you know.
It's a strange day at work.
Strange day at work, for sure.
What other roles would you like to take on? Do you feel that you might be typecast because of the way that you look?
I've actually gotten a lot of other opportunities with all kinds of acting roles. I've unfortunately had to say no to a lot of opportunities. I've decided to put that a little bit on hold so I can focus a little bit more on strongman. But if anything can fit nicely together, I will do both.
So you're looking to retire in the coming years, is that the plan?
Yeah, I mean, the strongman world, you can't compete in this sport forever. We all know that, but I could act for a long time.
The current season of Game of Thrones is finished, we broadcast next year. Will there be another? Have you been approached or are you in talks about it?
I've heard some rumors about they might do some spin-offs, you know, and that's something that's going to be happening before, I believe, before everything happened. But that's just some rumors that I've heard. We'll see what's going to happen.
Thor, it's great to have you here. Thank you for speaking to me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor as well.
Well, that's a wrap of this week's show. And don't forget, you can catch all of our episodes online at euronews.com. Before I say goodbye, here are some strong and sporty types uploading their favourite snaps to social media.
Abdurrahman from Algeria says he exercises to be the best version of himself and to motivate others to be the same. And Omani CrossFit fan Sammy posted this video of his burpees and bar work, saying that he's constantly competing against himself.